I'm having a little problem with your attitude, Elizabeth. Now, I know that you checked yourself into Shady Brook, but you were there barely a day, hardly long enough to resolve your issues.
I can assure you that my personal problems won't affect my job.
I certainly hope you mean that.
Dr. Quartermain, do you have a problem with me?
I know that Lucky has left town once again, and I know that must be difficult for you. I also know that you have a tendency to turn to my son in a crisis.
I have no
Jason
intention.
is a married man, Elizabeth. You find someone else to rescue you.
Sorry, ladies. I just need to get to my locker. I realized I never asked if the guest privilege is extended to the showers. I spent the last 24 hours working with a patient who was scheduled to be transferred to Shady Brook. Turns out she was in no condition to be moved.
Oh, well, I was going to speak to you about your guest status, Dr. Keenan.
So, the showers really are off limits.
No, it seems that we have a psychiatrist on staff opening. And from the work you've done here and in Shady Brook, I think you'd be a nice fit.
What do you think, Nurse Weber?
If you don't want a long-term commitment, of course, we could make it temporary with our mutual review.
I'd have to discuss it with my supervisors at Shady Brook.
Well, let me know by next week, okay? And Elizabeth, make sure that the lab has those scans for Mr. Danielson on my desk by 10 tomorrow.
I will.
Do you have a history with Dr. Courtney?
Why do you ask?
She seems a little edgy with you. I would say it's mutual.
Well, feel free to ask around. I'm sure people would be more than willing to tell you.
But I'm asking you.
I had a history with Dr. Quartermain's son, and she didn't really approve of my behavior. In fact, she doesn't approve of me on a whole lot of levels.
Well, I don't know if I'd be interested in working full-time at a place where the chief of staff uses her position to carry out personal grudges.
No, it's not really like that. I mean, she's snarky with me from time to time, but she's a really good administrator, and she just wants what's best for this hospital.
That sounds like a pitch for me to stay.
It's your decision.
I'd still like to hear what you think. Should I hang around, become part of the picture here?
Right, interrupting something?
I have to check on this patient. If you have any more input about the staff position, don't be shy about telling me.
I'm sorry, wait, before you, the position, the staff
There's an
position
opening in the psychiatry department, and Dr. Quartermain has offered it to Dr. Keenan.
Ah.
Don't know if it's right for me, but it's certainly nice to be asked. Ciao.
Ciao. It's Italian, not Australian. What was it? Is he not sure it involves finger painting or something?
He's actually very good at what he does.
Oh, yes, that's right, because of the starry night in the ceiling tiles.
Okay, maybe he's
I
a
love
little
that one.
unorthodox, but I kind of think it's helped me.
No, okay. You know, if I was a therapist, which it seems like everybody around here is playing one these days, I would say you're suffering from transference. Yes, I would. Because I think you were replacing the man who helped you at Widmere with Dr. Dundee. Yeah.